Hello out there, distance learners. Mr. Askey here coming at you. We are working with a road map today, and we are using the great state of Iowa as our map. So here is Iowa, just south of Minnesota. Maybe you have been there. You might have gone down I-35, which is an interstate that runs all the way through Minnesota, through Iowa, and actually keeps going all the way south. You also could have jumped on I-29, depending which way you were going to Iowa, or you may have even used Highway 15. And you'll notice that Highway 15 is not on this map, but Highway 15 goes south right here, and it's more of a secondary road. So we have a couple different kinds of roads that could get us to Iowa. Now, let's back up and maybe talk about those roads a little bit. We'll go to our legend here. We have interstate highways, and they were labeled with this symbol on your map right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you can see this a little better. I am zoomed out pretty far. And so you can see that it has that symbol there for interstate highways. And then we also have U.S. highways. So these are a little bit smaller. They're more of a secondary road. And so that's the symbol for a secondary road. And then we have these squares right there. And that's where two highways come together. It's a highway interchange. So for example, if I look here at Des Moines has I-35 coming north and south. And then it has I-80 going east and west, and where they intersect is that interchange, and that's that symbol right there. You'll notice that it kind of wraps around Des Moines there because Des Moines has a star by it. That's a weird way to spell that too, but it's pronounced Des Moines. That's I see the star, state capital. So cities are circles, state capitals are stars, and the state border is that dotted outline. All of that information came from our legend. Also today, I want you to recognize that our compass rose is here. It is north, south, east, and west. And then we have our scale, and we learned about scale last week. We know that we can't have full-size maps, otherwise it would be the world. So we shrink that down, and so every time we travel from here to here, we have traveled 100 miles. Every time we have traveled from here to here, we have traveled 100 kilometers. Please make sure on our assignment today that you know which one is which and what they are asking for. Do they want it in kilometers or do they want it in miles? So we're looking at the great state of Iowa here, and you can see that there are interstates all throughout this state, and then there are state highways right through here. Now I noticed that Highway 20 goes from Sioux City all the way to Dubuque, all the way across the state. That is a secondary road, so it's not as big of a road. Typically the interstates like I-80 here will be 4 lanes, and the highways will be 2 lanes. Please notice that the roads are not exactly straight. That is because there are towns, there are buildings, there are more towns than are listed here. So we are going to, let's say, find the distance between Sioux City and Dubuque. And so we could use our map scale to figure that out. You could take a ruler and put that on there and measure it out, or you could use your estimation skills. I'm going to use my paper to estimate here, so I'm going to make a little mark on my screen. We learned this last time, of 100 miles. So every time I travel from here to here, that distance is 100 miles. I'm then going to go up to my screen and I'm going to put that right on there and measure. 200, little over 300 miles when I put my little measuring tool on there. We learned that last week, how to estimate. But what if I wanted to know the exact miles? Well, I love Google Maps. I'm a huge fan of Google Maps. So we said that we are going to get directions. So I click right here on the, first of all, you just go to Google Maps. And then I click on directions. Your family probably does it all the time on their phone, or maybe you have it in your car. But we don't want to be our location. We want to know how far it is from Sioux, and that's a unique spelling with 3 vowels in a row, from Sioux City, Iowa. There it is. And we are going to go all the way to Dubuque. Dubuque, Iowa. How far is it from Dubuque? And look at Google Maps. It says it will take us 301 miles. Look at our estimation skills. That's amazing. We were within 1 mile. I said a little more than 300 and it was 301. And it would take us 4 hours and 55 minutes by car. So that's super cool that we could use Google Maps to get the exact time it takes. So today we are working with highways going through the state of Iowa. I hope you enjoyed maps today as much as I did. I love looking at maps. They are so much fun. I look at Google Maps all the time, trying to find different ways and just looking at the roads and the highways. So if you would like to explore Google Maps, please go ahead. Friends, one quick reminder, you can always click on the day of the week to get the questions read to you, and you can click on them for a hint as well. So if you're struggling, click here and a video will pop up for you with help on those. Have a great day, distance learning.